Hey everybody, Travis Flaherty here. I want to welcome you to our broadcast this evening. We've got people that are tuning in from all over the world. You know, I'm sitting here in my backyard today in Phoenix, Arizona. It was such a beautiful day, I thought it was appropriate to sit outside. I've got my good friend joining me, Mr. Mark Toronto. Now, Mark, why don't you tell everybody where you're tuning in from tonight?
Well, I can see the sunshine in the background in Phoenix, and I'm a little envious because this is what I'm looking at here. Let me just take you over to the Great White North. And this is what I'm waking up to every day. A little bit of snow. Christmas is in the air. I could feel it. And the only reminder I have of the beautiful sunshine is this beautiful little globe with a little sand and a couple lawn chairs where I'm going to be, and the ocean right behind me. So enjoy Phoenix. I'm glad you're nice and warm sitting out by your pool.
Well, it's quite the contrast, but you know, Mark, we're going to get you on those beaches here very, very soon. You know, I want to start off the broadcast tonight by just giving everybody a little bit of my background. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always believed in the power of residual income. You know, I chased that residual income dream for almost a decade in traditional business, and we did quite well. When I say we, I talk about my wife and I. We've been married for 13 years. We now have 5 children. You know, we were unfortunately about 8 years ago, our traditional business took a turn for the worse. The economy shifted, and we found ourselves in a situation we had never been in before. Our business actually went under, and it was a very humbling experience to go through. Perhaps some of you that are on the presentation tonight have been through that before. You know, I remember distinctly waking up in the middle of the winter, living in Utah, kind of like Mark, you're sitting up there with that snow right now, and having my gas shut off and didn't have the money to pay for it, so having all of my children, you know, cuddle up in bed just to stay warm. Now, a year prior to my business going under, I had a very good friend of mine that approached me about a network marketing opportunity. You know, I'll never forget what he said to me. He says, you know, Travis, I don't know that much about the profession, but what I do know is there's a lot of people that are making a lot of money in this industry, and what they've told me is that if you can position yourself in the beginning stages with a company that has all of the signs of being one of the next legacy companies in the industry, there's a lot of money that can be made. And we're not just talking about a few $100s a month or a few $1,000s a month. We're talking about the potential for true generational wealth. Well, you know, I had a lot of pride at that time, and you know, I thought network marketing. I just didn't want to go out and sell lotions and potions and pills, which is what I perceived the industry to be. After my business collapsed, I watched my friend go from $5,000 to $10,000 to over $20,000 a month of income within a period of 12 months. More importantly, I watched his quality of life change. And I decided to go and sit down and talk with him, and he introduced me to network marketing and really what this industry is all about. When I learned that the industry is really about, number one, developing relationships of trust, and number two, helping people go from where they are today to where it is that they want to go, I thought, you know, this is an industry that I could be a part of. You know, I understand the importance of growing myself as a leader, and this industry is also about personal development. And so we decided to get involved, and you know, over the course of the last 8 years, it has completely changed my life. I'm now in a position where I can do the things that I want to do as opposed to the things that I have to do. So tonight we're going to be talking to you about a tremendous business opportunity called Ocean Avenue that literally is making waves all over the country. Now, one of the first things that I want to start off by talking about this evening, or excuse me, what I'd like to do is I'd like to actually kick it over to my good friend Mark here to talk a little bit about, you know, set up the stage for what we're going to be talking about tonight. Mark, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your thoughts about Ocean Avenue?
Well, I'm just so excited to be part of it, and we've really got out of the gates quickly. In fact, let me start off by just raising a glass to you, Travis, because I was told just recently that you may be the #1 leader in Ocean Avenue so far in the opening month, so congratulations. And I'd also like to congratulate the people here tonight for taking the time, investing the time. I know there's a lot of other things that they could be doing, to joining us in this broadcast, because we're excited about sharing the opportunity.
Well,
and you know, Travis, really, I'm excited to be working with you. You know, a great business opportunity truly is more than just a great compensation plan. It's a combination of several things: products that work, the right company culture, corporate experience, field leadership, and a very simple viral marketing message. And one of the keys to success in these businesses is to make sure that there's something that we can share that gets people excited. And as you know, Travis, we're all going to be going on, all have the opportunity to go on 3 or 4 vacations each and every year. In fact, the first one with our Ocean Avenue Vacation Club is to Cancun, Mexico. And how exciting is that to be able to take 4 people, yourself and 3 others, your family or your friends, and just relax and share the experience and create memories together. In fact, I have something with me that just as a reminder on my desk, it's just a little Corona bottle here that I'm going to wait until we're in Cancun and then we can open it. In fact, Travis, I have a second one here for you so we can share it together. So I'm truly excited about Cancun and the opportunity to take people on this beautiful vacation in the new year.
I love it, Mark. You know, when we evaluated this opportunity, we looked at this just the way we would any traditional business opportunity. You know, you have a specific criteria that you're looking for. Anytime that you're going to invest your time is the most valuable commodity that you have. And what we were looking for, Mark, is we wanted to find a company that had a clear vision, a company that had phenomenal leadership. To quote John Maxwell, everything rises and falls on leadership. We wanted to find a dynamic management team. And most importantly, we wanted to find products that truly had substance. We wanted to find a compensation plan that also rewarded the right type of behavior. And we wanted to find a company that provided the right timing. Timing is one of the most critical elements to getting involved in any business. Now let's talk a little bit about the vision for a moment of Ocean Avenue. The entire philosophy behind Ocean Avenue is to bring families together. You know, in this industry, we often talk about residual income and spending time with your family, but quite often it's quite the contrary. You know, we're traveling away from our families. You know, a lot of times you travel to and from the conventions and your children are at grandma's home and you're working in the evenings, you're working away from the family. And so, you know, Ocean Avenue wanted to bring together or put together a family with the core values and principles that really supported the family, you know, the core unit of our society. You know, let me give you just some examples of some of the things that we're doing to be completely disruptive in this area. You know, the conventions, for example, we actually have children's conventions, Mark, that are running simultaneously with the national conventions that we would normally attend, but instead of dropping your kids off at grandma and grandpa's house, you bring them with you. And your kids are going to have an opportunity to learn about things like free enterprise, capitalism, leadership development, things that are not taught in school today. How cool is that? And as you're going to hear a little bit more about later in our broadcast, you know, we have a phenomenal platform where families are going to have an opportunity to be able to take multiple vacations per year. And my good friend Mark's going to be sharing that with you here in just a moment. You know, I mentioned something earlier, everything rises and falls on leadership. I believe that the best predictor of future performance is past performance. You know, one of the things that I was extremely excited about are the 2 individuals that are launching Ocean Avenue. First of all, we have Mr. Fred Nino. Fred is a serial entrepreneur. He has launched businesses that have now produced over $2 billion in revenue. He and his wife, Stacy, are truly the heart of the company. They're amazing entrepreneurs, and they're truly doing this. They don't need the money. They're doing this because they understand that we need this out there in society today. You know, our society is changing. What used to be safe is now risky, and what used to be risky is now safe. And so they wanted to create a vehicle that allowed people like those of you that are on this broadcast tonight to be able to truly make a difference in your life and achieve your financial freedom day. And then we have Mr. Ken Dunn. Ken Dunn is just a dynamic network marketing professional. He's one of the top professionals in the entire world. In fact, he's earned consistently over $1 million of revenue over the last 10 years. He's a published author. He just came out with his 4th book and is just one of the most respected network marketing professionals. He's heading up the field. And I'll tell you what, this is just a dynamic duo. And then, of course, we have our management team. You know, to quote Mr. Jim Collins, who wrote a book called Good to Great, you know, in that book they did a study and they looked at some of the top producing organizations and companies around the world. And what they found was that the most essential element to those companies achieving the levels of success that they have achieved was getting the right people on the bus. And one of the things that fascinated me, Mark, is that we didn't do any interviews here. We went out and hand-selected the top producers in the network marketing profession and assembled what I call as a dream team from the network marketing professional. We have people like Calorie Thompson, who has made millions of dollars in this industry, who's heading up our marketing department. We have people like Jenny Thompson, who is our Vice President of Ambassador Experience. We have people like Lourdes Papke, who is our Vice President of Latin America, because we want to embrace the Latin community from day one. We've got one of the most dynamic teams, and we don't just have a team here in the United States. We actually have a team like this, get this, not just in the United States, also in Canada. We have a team like this in Vietnam, and we have a team like this in Indonesia, literally on day one of our pre-enrollment. So we have one of the best from an executive staff. Now, Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about the products for a moment? Because I know a lot of people tuning in are wondering what makes these products unique, what makes them different?
Well, I'd be happy to, Travis. But before I do that, I want to talk about the inventor, the formulator, the reason why these products are even here today. And I've had the good fortune of meeting Franco Cavallari a few times now and had many, many discussions with him. And Franco's story is compelling. You know, Franco is a biochemist, and he's a professor at the University of British Columbia. And in his younger days, I know that you're aware of this, Travis, but let me share it with the group that are participating today. You know, Franco in his younger days decided that he really wanted to build a better physique and get into the gym. And so he started producing products for his own personal enhancement, sports enhancement, that had nothing to do with being commercial. In fact, he would go into the lab, and he was one of the first guys to work with Undenatured Whey. And he would produce some products, and he'd start taking these products. And then his friends would watch his improvement and his growth in the gym, and they'd want to know, what's he taking, what's he doing? And his story is incredible. He started off as a young guy in the gym that turned to bodybuilding, and he loved bodybuilding, and he was challenged to compete in, first of all, Mr. Vancouver, and he won that. Then he went to Mr. British Columbia, won that. Went on to qualify for Mr. Western Canada, won that, and he went all the way to Mr. Canada. Not only did he win that competition, but he won it unanimously overall as a #1 performer. Picture this, Travis. Franco was 5'7", 235 pounds, and he was squatting 700 pounds. You know, that we're talking about 45-pound weight stacks on each side. Imagine him just putting it on his shoulders. People would crowd around the gym. That's Olympic-type lifts, and those those weights would just bounce. And just an incredible, incredible journey in bodybuilding. But something happened where he actually headed off in a different direction. Unfortunately, he ended up finding out that he had ulcerative colitis and ended up in the hospital, lost 50 pounds overnight, and really was in big trouble. The doctors medicated him, obviously, and they tried to give him the drugs that he needed in order to get better, and nothing was working. In fact, for those of you who are aware of ulcerative colitis, it's pretty serious, and they were going to remove part of his large intestine. And he convinced them that before that happened, that he was going to be allowed to, under their supervision, take some of his own nutraceuticals that he had developed. And the reason he wanted to do that, he was aware that when he took his own product, he was symptom-free. He didn't have any problems. And so they did. He went in, he took some of his own products, and within 5 days, Franco was telling me that he felt better. And within 2 months, he put all the weight back on. And within 9 or 10 months, he actually won Mr. North America. And that's when he had one of those aha moments. He realized that the product that he developed for sports enhancement was way beyond sports enhancement. It had to do with chronic illness. And it sent him back into the lab, and his life's journey was to find a way to improve people's lives. And he formulated this product line that is absolutely incredible, and it's used synergistically in a variety of different ways. You know, the way you use these products is, one way is to use our combination of Way Beyond and a product called Empower, which I'll share with you in just a second, or you use Invigorate, and you may use Way Smart if you wanted to lose weight. And what he did is he created what we call the wave system with added value. Together, when used synergistically, they can truly improve the quality of your life. So let me share with you some specifics about the product line that Franco has developed. The first product that I'm so excited about is Way Beyond. It has glutathione in it, which we produce naturally. All you have to do is Google search Dr. Oz and glutathione, and you'll see Dr. Oz talk about how important it is. It's the main antioxidant in our body, and it goes after the free radicals. And so it deals with chronic illness. And it's a great performance enhancer, sports enhancement, a balancer in your life. The second product that we have is called Empower. And Empower is an anti-inflammatory. And I'll tell you, there are so many problems, so much chronic illness that is directly related to inflammation. And if you can reduce inflammation, you can reduce chronic illness. If you use Empower with Way Beyond, you have a 1-2 punch like you've never seen before. The third product that we have is called Invigorate. And Invigorate is a product that allows us to help in fat burning. And so you take some Invigorate 3 times a day, and it's going to improve your quality of life by reducing the risk of obesity and losing weight. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful product to combine with Way Smart. Way Smart is our delicious, undenatured whey meal replacement. And with Way Smart, what's wonderful is there's no sucralose, there's no sugar, there's no chemicals. It's all natural, and it really tastes delicious. And lastly is Focus. Focus is that pick-me-up that you need in the middle of the day. It's that energy powder that tastes so fantastic. And interestingly enough, you can use these products either by themselves or in combinations with each other. So I'm just so excited about the Wave system, and I know that we are really going to change some lives with it. And you know, one of the questions that we had the last time we were down at the headquarters was, where are these products manufactured? And you know, the company, when they were searching for manufacturing facilities, they decided to get the very best. And our products in Canada and the U.S. are manufactured in Rima Health Products. It's the highest grade facility in the country. It has, all the products have passed Health Canada standards. And so we are very, very fortunate to have the highest quality, highest made products in the best manufacturer in the country, both on the American side and on the Canadian side.
Now, Mark, real quickly, before we move on, your son actually recently had an accident, and there's a testimonial there of Empower. Do you mind sharing that real briefly, just what happened to your son and his experience so far?
Well, I'm going to knock on wood because it's at the beginning stages. But just a few weeks ago, I was down in Utah. Actually, it's now 2 weeks ago Sunday. So 2.5 weeks ago, I was down in Salt Lake, and I was visiting the world headquarters. And I was there with Franco, and you were there, and some other people were there that were visiting. And I got a call. My son is a high-level hockey player, and really is showing some promise. He's 16 years old, and he's a defenseman, for those of you who play hockey. Tough spot. He was 4 minutes left in the game, just scored the tying goal, and a kid came up and he slew-footed him, and he lost his balance, went into the boards, and he fractured his ankle, a vertical fracture. And I got the phone call when I was sitting in with Franco, actually, and he was taken to the hospital. And the diagnosis wasn't good. They figured it was going to take anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks to have a full recovery. And the reality of it is, at this time of year, it could be a season-ending injury for him. And so we're a little concerned because this is a big year for him. This is when the scouts are there, and he has an opportunity to play Div 1 at the NCAA level, and a lot of people are looking. And to be out for that whole season would be devastating. Anyway, it is what it is. We went back for a second set of x-rays, and they were looking to see if they had put any pins in there and how long it would take. And during the process, to back up, while I was sitting with Franco, I said, what would you do? What would you give him? Should I give him calcium? Should I give him vitamin D? And Franco is, he's a brilliant, brilliant guy. And he said, don't bother with calcium at this point. He gets enough in his diet. Vitamin D would help. But he said the most important thing you can do immediately is give him Empower. And take it in higher doses. And he made the recommendation of how many tablets a day he should take. And so they gave me the only bottle. In fact, I was going to show it to you. It didn't even have a label on it. It's downstairs on my kitchen counter. But I brought home some Empower, and I gave it to my son immediately. And on Friday, he went for a series of x-rays. And the doctor brought the x-rays in the room in the hospital, and they said, we can't explain it. However, his recovery period is phenomenal. And we believe that he'll be back on the ice at the beginning of December. Now I say knock on wood because he's going to go for another set of x-rays in a week from now. But I think it's going to speed up the process by at least 5 or 6 weeks. And Franco gave me the technical reasons why that happened. I won't share them with you today, but really is a unbelievable opportunity for people to deal with a lot of different issues with the toe.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that with us, and hopefully, I'm hoping your son makes it back before the end of the season here. Now, I know that many of you that are watching our broadcast tonight are wondering, okay, so the products sound good, the management team sounds solid, phenomenal ownership. Can I make money here? And the answer is absolutely yes. Whether you're looking to make a part-time income of let's just say a few $100s or maybe even enough money to make a car payment, or whether you're looking to create enough income perhaps to take on a second mortgage or even pay your mortgage, or whether you're looking to go out and create a true residual income, six-figure and even beyond that type of income, that opportunity does exist here with our compensation structure. One of the things that I'm most excited about is that it's very rewarding on the front end of the compensation plan. And I won't get too into that, but what I want to make sure that everyone understands is that when you look at compensation structures, they can either be friendly to the beginner or they can be friendly to the leaders, the top people in the company. And what we were looking for was a plan that the beginner could be successful, because that's really where the foundation is. And if you lay a solid foundation, that's what you can build upon. You know, the first 3 ways that you can get paid with our plan, we've got our Ocean Avenues Vacation Club. And let me just touch base on that for a moment. You know, we have created an opportunity to be able to qualify for points within our compensation structure for specific behaviors that you would do every single day when it comes to building this business. Things like sponsoring someone into the business, rank advancing throughout the plan. And you can use those points to redeem a vacation. In fact, Mark, we're going to have an opportunity for the average family of 4 to be able to go on a paid vacation every 90 days. We want to send the average family on 3 to 4 quality vacations. I'm talking 5-star, all-inclusive paid vacations 3 to 4 times a year with our vacation club. In addition to that, we have a first order bonus that's very exciting. When you introduce the opportunity or the products to your friends, family members, colleagues, but by doing the things that we do every day, by simply just we recommend restaurants, we recommend movies, we recommend, good books. By doing the things that we've been doing our entire lives, you're going to have an opportunity to get an upfront bonus of anywhere from 10 to 15%. Now, let me give you an example. That's up to $225 every time you invite somebody to take a look at the Ocean Avenue opportunity. We also have something I'm very excited about called the 3 for Free program. This is an opportunity for you to be able to get your product for free every single month by simply going out and introducing these products and getting 2 customers, 2 people that are ordering products on a regular basis, and if they order 3 times or more to your order that you're ordering every month, your product is absolutely free. And with products like we have here, Mark, I'm telling you, it's not that hard to go out and find 2 people that want to be a part of what we offer. We also have retail commissions, and this is where you can actually buy the products wholesale, and you can go out and retail the products and make the difference. We also have our wholesale commissions. For anybody that you bring on board the Ocean Avenue plan that's just a customer, somebody that just wants to buy our products every month, we're going to pay you 15% of every single one of those orders. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you go out and find 3 people, that go out and get 3 people, and now you have 9, and all of a sudden you have 27, and then you continues to go from there, and you have 84, and you start to see that exponential growth. That starts to create a significant income. And again, what would an extra, let's just say $1,000 to $2,000, hypothetically speaking, of course, what would that do for you? How would that make a difference in your life? Now, what I'm excited about the most, Mark, is the residual income aspects of our business. That's what gets me really fired up. The opportunity to be able to invest a few years of my life today and knowing that I have an opportunity to get paid over the next 10, 20, 30 years. That's really why I'm here. And one of the ways that you can do that is with our team commissions. You can actually earn up to 20% of the orders that are coming through your team in your business. In addition to that, we have our unilevel commissions. So not only are you getting paid your team commissions, but you also have an opportunity to get paid through levels. So as I bring people into the business and they bring people into the business, I'm going to get a percentage of all of the orders that go on through 9 levels in the business. We have a generous check matching bonus, Mark, and this is very exciting. For everybody that I bring in or introduce to the business, I get to have an opportunity to check match them, which means every time they get a check, and we get paid every single week here, I get 20% of their check. Now, they don't have to come grovel to me and here you go, here's your 20%. The company automatically matches that and then gives that to me every single week. That'd be like working, let's say you work at a bank and you have maybe 15 employees that work for you. And because you're doing a good job, the regional manager comes to you and says, hey, listen, we want to congratulate you and reward you, so we're going to give you a 20% override on every single one of your employees. How would that feel? It'd be pretty exciting, right? And we're doing that. We have generational bonuses that literally give you an opportunity to get paid through generations in this company. And a global pool where we set aside 3% of the worldwide global gross revenue in this company, and you have an opportunity to revenue share off of all of the sales in the company every single month. You know, there's 10 different ways that you can get paid here, and I can tell you, you don't have those same opportunities in corporate America today. So, you know, and what I really like to get across to those of you that are watching here tonight is the opportunity for you to be able to make a difference in your family's life exists whether you have a few hours a week to be able to invest into this opportunity, whether you just go about it doing what you do every single day, going to and from work and just coming across people in your lives. Or, again, if you want to work on your fortune on a part-time basis while you continue to work on your paying the bills with your full-time job, that opportunity exists here with Ocean Avenue. What I'm also very excited to just make sure everyone understands is that not only do our ambassadors at Ocean Avenue qualify for our vacation club, but even our customers have an opportunity here just by ordering products every single month to accumulate points and to be able to use those points to be able to take free trips all around the world. So there's a wonderful opportunity here to be able to create memories with your family, to be able to truly enjoy life the way that you deserve. You know, there was a study that was recently done, Mark, and in that study what they showed is that in our lifetime, there literally, each person on the planet will be presented with 2 opportunities that could literally change their life. And, you know, I don't know if this is the first one or the last one, but I'll tell you what, I am embracing this Ocean Avenue opportunity. Now, one of the questions that I get quite often is, how are you going to build it? Well, one of the ways that we can build this business is by having a passport party. In fact, I'm having a passport party here on November 12th in Arizona, and I've invited my friends and family members over. And, you know, what I told them is I found a great way to take a trip to Cancun in February for absolutely free for my entire family, and I invited them to come take a look. Because who wouldn't want a vacation, right? Who doesn't want a vacation with their friends and their family members? And simply when they come over, I'm going to give them a sample of our Focus Energy. I'm going to pop in a DVD and press play, and I'm going to let Franco talk about the products, and I'm going to let Ken talk about the opportunity. And I'm going to invite those that want to take a vacation with me to get started. So it's as simple as that. And that's what you're looking for, Mark, is a simple viral message in this business. Now, how do you get started with Ocean Avenue? Well, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First of all, you have to activate your Ocean Avenue business for only $49. For $49, you get a willable, sellable, transferable business. We're also going to give you a website to market your business in 4 different countries, along with a back office to manage all aspects of your business. You have to place a minimum order, set up a product order for $100 to activate that business. And then from there, you have to order a minimum of $50 per month to qualify for a paycheck. And by the way, for that $50 a month, you're getting phenomenal products for your family. And oh, by the way, you go out and find 2 people that want to order the products that are ordering 3 times that $50 a month, and your product again is free.
Hey,
so
Travis,
what are the different options? Yes, please.
Hey, Travis, hot off the press, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but do you know that customers who get involved in the business, or not get involved in business, customers who decide to invest in the product, they too can participate in the 3 for free?
Oh, and isn't that phenomenal? You don't even have to build the business, just referring a couple of customers.
It's like, you know, it's like sharing a good movie. or sharing a good restaurant. You know, if you bring in a customer that tries the product and they like it so much that they refer 2 other people that buy 3 times what they've purchased, even your customers get the product for free. How exciting is that?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Now, we've got some different options and ways that you can get started. For those of you that are wanting to try the products out, see how they work for you, more on the product side of things, maybe more of a customer, we have what's called a trim pack and a life pack. And both of those, one is a Way Smart and an Invigorate, which is geared more towards the weight loss. And then we have our Way Beyond, which is our phenomenal recovery and glutathione product, as well as Empower. But for those of you that are looking to build a business here, in my opinion, there's really 3 options, 3 different ways that you can get started. The first option is for somebody who I would describe as more of a small business builder. They want to dip their toe in the water and see how it feels. I can tell you that although it looks nice here, Mark, the water behind me is starting to get a little cold right now. But, you know, that pack right there at $499 is going to give you enough product really to sample all of the different products that we have. And it's going to give you an opportunity to start generating an income off of your customers in the first year. Now, we also have more of kind of a business builder. You know, our gold pack is $899, and it's going to give you a little bit more product to be in business. You know, one thing that I've learned is your product outflow controls your cash inflow. So having some additional products on hand to sample is extremely important. Also, the goal in business is to increase your profitability, and with doing the gold pack, you now actually have an opportunity to get a 15% first order bonus on every single person that you introduce to the business right from the get-go. Again, that's up to $225 for every single person that decides to join you in the business. You're also going to have an opportunity to get paid as a gold for life, and we won't go into those specific details right now, but it again increases your profitability. And finally, for those of you that are looking at this as a sincere business and saying, look, if I'm going to do this, I'm not just going to dip my toe in the water. I'm going to do a cannonball. I'm going to do this the right way from the very beginning. We have what's called our Pearl Pack. It's $1,499. It's going to give you enough product and inventory to use personally, to sample, but also to run what's called an exchange program in your business. Mark, this is extremely important. When you bring in a new business professional or an ambassador, you don't want to just sign them up and say, hey, congratulations, your product will be there 7 days from now. They're ready to get started, and so this gives you an opportunity to give them the product, and when their product arrives, they can pay you back, and so it gets them started in the business much faster. In addition to that, you're now earning 20% check match on all of the people that you bring into the business. You're getting 15% on all of those first orders that are placed into your business, and you're getting a 15% wholesale customers for life. In fact, it's a 100% increase in profitability between the ambassador and the Pearl Pack. So again, if you're looking at owning a business, the key component to business is profitability, right? So, you know, if someone were talking to me and asking what's the best way to get started, without a shadow of a doubt, Mark, it's absolutely the Pearl Pack. So in closing here today, you know, I'll say this. You know, we have definitely created, we've gotten the industry's attention. You know, in this industry, there's really 3 categories that every company will fit into. A category 1 company, which is a company that launches and goes out of business usually within the first 1 to 2 years, usually due to lack of funding and poor leadership. We don't have those issues here. You have a category 2 company that comes around and, you know, they launch and they survive, but they don't thrive. They don't go anywhere. And that makes up about 98-99% of our industry, Mark. And then finally, we have category 3 companies, which I describe as the holy grail of this industry. These are the companies that launch and they just explode. They get the industry's attention, everybody's talking about them, and they go on to set the pace for the rest of the industry. And that's exactly what Ocean Avenue has done, is we have exploded from day one. But what's fun, Mark, is we're still in our pre-launch. In fact, we just pre-launched as a company 7 days ago. The timing doesn't get any better. Mr. Toronto, I'm going to give you the last words here.
Well, I'm going to say, Travis, it's really great being in business with you. And I've always said, you know, the key to success is when you're in business by yourself or for yourself, but not by yourself. And with the support that we have with the Legacy Group and our training and our university site that's just being launched, the people who get involved don't have to worry about whether they have experience, whether they've done it before, whether they've got the gift of the gab. All they need to do is connect people with people, and the leaders at the Legacy Group will support their efforts and their activity. So I just encourage people to jump right in the water. And don't try it for a week or 2 weeks or even a month. Commit for the next 6 to 12 months that you're really going to give it a concerted effort, and we'll be right by their side.
Hey, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning tonight. We hope that you find your ocean. Ride the wave. You guys take care.
Good night, Travis.
Good night.